back. Welcome back, people. Welcome back, family. We almost have hit that thousand follower mark, and again, I'm gonna keep saying it. Thank y'all so much for, you know, hearing what I have to say and caring about my opinion. Again, a disclaimer for most people. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a person that's gonna act like some type of messiah or act like I have the answer to everything. I'm not a person that's going to sit up here and make it to seem like my word is law. That's not what I'm here for. I say it all the time. I am only here to create the dialogue that then puts us on the path to finding the answer. Us on the path, me included. I'm not excluded from that. So, let's get started. So the first topic, we're going to cover three things. We're going to cover polygamy, dishonesty in relationships, and we're going to talk about dishonesty in relationships, and we're going to talk about serial dating in 2019. All right. So with polygamy, the thing that is, I don't have an issue with it. I think it's definitely harder to set up with the way that the mind states of people are in 2019. I see the benefits because let's say, for example, right? Let's say that you have a pregnant wife, and let's say I'm working. I can't be as home as much as I should be because I'm working and she's pregnant, so she can't work. And side note, I know there's going to be women that's like, oh, I was pregnant, I was still working. That doesn't mean you should. I'm off of that. So, like I was saying, the benefit would be having another woman there to look out for the primary wife. And that can help a lot because then it eliminates the factor of your woman being alone or feeling alone. It gives her somebody to talk to when you're busy. You know what I mean? So it's like I can definitely see the benefits, but I do think it depends on how you're looking at it, because I look at it as a business. Family to me is a business. Yes, of course, it's love in it and all that stuff, but it's a business. You should be investing time and effort into putting things in place to advance the family forward economically and in every other way possible, financially, all of that, you know. So it's a business. I think, honestly, it might be a better, because compared to what people are doing nowadays, I mean, people are nowadays, male or female, are literally just being hoes for free now. I mean, it's not, all people are doing right now are just serial dating. And then if they do meet somebody interesting, what they're doing is they're saying, oh, well, I'm talking to 2, 3, 4, 5 other people, and the other person is doing the same thing. Y'all not gonna get nowhere because you're not technically trying to establish anything. You're just collecting people. But if you say, okay, I'm gonna focus, like let's say it's a man, right? And he focuses on 2 women. He lets them both know honestly what's going on. He lets them both know I'm talking to both of y'all, and that's what it is. Okay? Now, that can work because then at that point they know, oh, okay, well, he's talking to her when he's not talking to me. Okay, cool. It's no dishonesty a part of it. It's no lies. You know, of course, yes, you're going to have those small cases or small situations where some people are going to abuse the power of it. Some people, I get it, man, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the positive shit. All right? So, and I do acknowledge the fact that, you know, there's poly relationships that have a woman and two men. Now, here's the thing. And this may be a biased opinion. It may be, I don't know. But for a man, for me, I wouldn't be able to be a part of that. That's just me, though. If you're a person, woman or man, it doesn't matter, that can have two, if you're a woman that can have two men, now in my belief system, I just don't believe that's how it's supposed to be. But I am not one of those people. Again, I'm gonna say, I'm not one of those people that believes my way is the right way. It's just my way. This is just the path I choose to go down. Okay, so if you can do that, then you do it, by all means. If it works for you, then go do it. But in my belief system, it makes a lot more sense for two women than two men. Because even if you look at historically, I'm not talking about anything European, nothing like that. I'm talking about just historically. If you go back and do your research, African, all of that, whatever, it's kind of a thing where men kind of always had multiple wives. But I'm not saying that's the right way. I don't know which one's the right way. But I am open to the fact of having two. Because there are some definite great benefits to it. Now, the downsides are you going to be able to not have favorites? Are you going to be able to cater to both those women and express love to them in their individual love languages? Because every woman's not the same. One woman might, her love language might be affection and, might be physical touch or something like that. And then another woman's love language might be more communication, or she may be reserved and off to herself. You know, it kind of doubles down on the work a man has to do. And then if it was a woman with two men are simple. You feed us, you treat us like we own the damn castle, and you're pretty much good. With women, it's a lot more complicated for men. It just is. So, to recap, I like the idea of a polygamous relationship. I do. I just think finding somebody that'll agree with you on that is very difficult. But if you can find somebody that'll agree with you on it, then yeah, why not do it? Now, if you're one of those people that's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna share, I'm not gonna this, that, and the third. I mean, there's two ways to look at that, man. Because on one hand, stop making it so personal. Like, it's a relationship. It's a relation. A good man's gonna be a good man. A good woman's gonna be a good woman. So you could add on 50 motherfuckers. It doesn't matter, because if it's a good man or a good woman that you have, they're going to do the job. Period. So all this, oh, well, I'm not gonna share this, that, and the third. I'm not saying that again, I'm not saying that a polygamous relationship is the right way, but again, being aggressive toward it or being rejecting it without even being open-minded to it is kind of dumb also, because it has benefits that can help you. What if your soulmate, the person that was meant for you, was tied to a polygamous relationship? You don't know because you haven't tried. It really doesn't matter what type of relationship you have to find a great partner. If you have a great partner, then whatever y'all adventure into is not going to matter because you guys are great partners together. So all that saying, well, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm look, man, all you doing is limiting yourself and limiting the chances of you finding love because of you sitting up here ranting and raving about you won't and will do whatever. All you're supposed to do is find somebody that'll respect you, treat you as great as you are, and that's it. You can't expect nothing else. So, polygamous relationships, I endorse it. It's cool. I like it. If you can find somebody that'll be a great partner for it. Cool. Feel me? All right. Next topic. Dishonesty in relationships. Now this ties into the polygamous thing because if you just a lying motherfucker, it don't matter. You can have a polygamous relationship, a monogamous relationship, a damn fucking what they call that, a damn Mormon relationship. I don't know, shit. It ain't gonna matter because women are going to catch on to your bullshit. And if you're a woman that's a lying motherfucker, I hope a man catches on to your bullshit. And the reason why I say I hope is because us men, we tend to think with our dick and not with our brain. So we tend to look past the damn lies. So, man, like, dishonesty, here's the thing about dishonesty. If it depends, because if you're just a pathological liar and you've been lying since you was little, that it don't stop. That's lifelong. But if you're a person that you just tell white lies every now and then, the thing is you have to keep up the lie. That's the thing. And how major is this lie? So if you let's say you a man and you done went out with your homeboys, y'all done went to a strip club, and you know your girl don't like you going to a strip club, and now you got to come up with this whole elaborate lie about how you was at your mama house and not at the strip club. You got to keep up that lie, which the deeper thing in that is that creates an imbalance in your relationship. See, the problem is we don't look at our relationships as these deep things. They're just things we get into, we jump into. And that's not it. Relationships are very deep. There's a lot of energy. I'm not talking about physical energy. Yeah, there's physical energy, but I'm talking about spiritual energy in a relationship. And a woman, one of a woman's greatest talents, greatest gifts, is to be able to sense that energy. Yes, today's women may have lost that quality, but amongst the mature women that have gained clarity in who they are, trust me, they can see through the bullshit. Don't think they can't. So ain't no point in lying about nothing, man. Like, that's why my whole thing is transparency. Because when you come into a situation with somebody new, it's an auditioning process at first. That person is trying to qualify for your life. You trying to qualify for that person's life. Whoever you sell to them is what they expect long term. Understand that. So when these new relationships ain't working, it's because these people are selling perceptions of themselves to each other. They're not selling themselves, they're selling the perception of themselves. So who they want you to see them as, that's who they're selling to you. So for women, a piece of advice, women and men really, be you. Unfiltered, unguarded, Oh yeah, that unguarded one is tough, right? It is what it is. Unfiltered, unguarded. The results will be great for you. That does not mean you're going to meet your soulmate next. But if you stay strong, you will meet a soulmate. So, but if you are in situations and you just lying, you constantly lying, you lying about everything, man, it's a mess. It's a mess you creating. Because not only does she gonna pick up on your lies, she gonna start to insert that in her brain as that's who you are, a liar. And then slowly but surely, she's going to start to fade away from you. Now, some women, some women are a little more patient with liars, because maybe they haven't had their heart broken yet. Or maybe they just one of those ones that's just extra loving and they don't want to give up easily, which is not a bad thing either. But you got to watch who you give your heart to. You got to watch who you give your heart to, because before the confirmation, everything is just speculation. Now you might ask, well, what's confirmation? How do I know if this is a good guy? Honestly, you'll never know. There's never, ever, 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 ever a guarantee in anything. So you gambling. You just have to look at it as, okay, he has this group of great things about him, and he has this group of bad things about him. Now the question you got to ask yourself is, the bad things that he has, are you willing to deal with that long term? And then another question is, do the good override the bad? And this is a question that we are not asking. Nowadays, I'm seeing women getting kidnapped and raped on the news. I'm seeing women getting catfished and women meeting up with men on the first day that they just started talking. Man, do y'all have a concept of time and patience? Build a friendship. What's his name? What's his credit score? What's his goals and ambitions? What do you know about him? And the same thing goes for my brothers. The same thing, man. We have to stop glorifying putting the hoe above the wifey material woman. Because guess what? When you do that, when you put the hoe above the wifey material woman, then you get the hoe behavior that's put in the forefront of our culture, whether if it be hip hop or TV. Look at it. All the women that glorify robbing men, drugging men, having sex with them, stealing from them and leaving, scamming them. You get women like Amber Rose and Black China. What the fuck do they do? Why are they famous? Why? I dare you to tell me why they're famous. And you can say what you want. You can say I'm hating. You can say all of that. But the bottom line is that I care about my culture. And my culture is being advertised or being broadcasted from their lives. Which means that if I have a daughter, she's going to one day see an Amber Rose or see a Black China, which then causes influence. I don't want that influence in my daughter. Do you? So if you don't want it for your kid, why do we glorify it in real life? I digress. So, dishonesty Plain and simple. Stop fucking lying. Male or female. Stop fucking lying. Be yourself. Stop trying to be somebody you're not. Stop trying to sell a perception view of yourself to somebody if that's not who you are. Because guess what? Here's an epiphany. It's not going to work. You're building something on a false foundation. All right. Now, serial dating. Man, all these things tie into each other. Now, you may be asking, well, what the hell is serial dating? Serial and dating. What the hell does cereal got to do with dating? I'm not talking about the fucking food. I'm talking about serial dating. I'm talking about you started talking to a male or female one day. Y'all talked for about a week or two, right? You done told this man or woman that you done liked him or her, and you got feelings for him or her, and you very interested in him or her. And then one bad thing happened. Now you done. Now you back on whatever, dating app, social media, or you out in the clubs and all that, ready to find the next guy. Do you ever take the time to look at the situation and see, okay, well, what was wrong in that situation? Dissect what was wrong? Okay, so now you know. You take the information and you apply it to the next situation. But we're not doing that. What we doing is, she got a flat ass. I don't like her. Next. Oh, he drive a Honda. I only like BMWs. Next. And you just jumping from person to person to person to person to person to person. Like, think about how, I want y'all to ask yourselves, how many people have you seriously talked to intimately in the last year? How many people? Because I know that number up there. I know it's up there. We have to learn to thrive by ourselves before you can learn what it is to enjoy a relationship. Because if all you're doing is sitting up here getting lonely, now you're looking for a husband or a wife, you find somebody interesting, and that entertains you for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Next thing you know, you're getting bored, you're losing feelings, you're losing emotions for them. Why do you think that is? Because you're not in it to really have something for real. You was just bored. So stop wasting people's time. I don't understand how a person, male or female, can come at me or come at you and say, oh, I want something serious. Oh yeah, I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for something long term. I'm looking for somebody consistent. And then that same person turn around and is saying the same thing to about 4 or 5 other people. Oh, but you gonna say, oh, I'm just trying to protect myself. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, because let's face it, that's what the women are saying nowadays. The men, yeah, we've been doing that forever. I'm not saying that's good either, but still, women, y'all are carrying the torch now, so I gotta address y'all. So, how are you protecting yourself by effectively having player behavior? I've said it before. Women today have become exactly who broke their hearts. You have become the person that you wanted to stay away from your entire life. And the rebuttal to that is always, oh, well, men this, men that. Let me tell you something, man. Women are the highest expectation in life, in the universe. Women are everything that a man cannot be. So by you stooping down to a man's level because of his mistakes, his childish mistakes, just makes you look dumb. It makes you look dumb. We know, I'm a man, I know, we fuck up. We say stupid shit, we do stupid shit. I'm not, when I say stupid shit, I'm not talking about glorifying the cheating and the lying, the domestic violence, none of that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we just do stupid shit. We say stupid shit. We think with our dick. Yeah, we do stupid shit. But now the women have stooped down to that same stupid level. It's true. You have become the person that broke your heart. So how are you protecting yourself? By collecting men. Same thing for men. How are you cooler because you got 10 hoes? To me, it looked like you about to catch a disease. Both of you, male or female, it looked like you about to catch something. Both of y'all look like suckers to me because you done chose quantity over quality. Again, I'm gonna say it again, slow, for the dumb ones that's gonna get in my comments and say something stupid. You have chosen quantity over quality. If you are sitting up here talking to 4 or 5 different people, 3, 4, 5 different people at one time, not only do you subject yourself to a false foundation being built, because let's face it, you're building it on lies. You can't make all 10 of them or 5 or 4 or 3 of them feel special at the same goddamn time when you're telling every one of them the same damn thing, male or female. But then, if you pick one of them, how you know they gonna pick you? What happens then? You done invested time and you done picked one of them. They done picked old Jenny from down the block. What? See, what we have here is cowardly behavior. Cowardly. Because instead of having the patience and the strength to date the traditional way, meaning you meet somebody, you give that person 100%, they give you 100%. When y'all feel ready, you get into a relationship and y'all do what it takes to make each other happy. Now, if it don't work out, you take some time to yourself, get yourself together, right? Advance your life a little bit, and then you get back out there and date again. Time. But no, nowadays, y'all got 5 dudes or 5 women. Then it's not working out with one of them. They say they do one small thing that you don't like. Okay, they out the door. Now you got 4. One of them say something dumb again. Okay, they out the door. Now you got 3. You're canceling. First of all, this game takes patience. Patience. Tolerance. If you're literally just looking at your list of people that you done congregated and you just crossing them out for any little old reason, have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule? You'll only ever get 80% of what you're looking for.
All my life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Right now I can barely focus. I'm showing no emotion.